You cannot not see through this BS. Oh, yes. I want to make this very clear that what I'm about to say, my perspective is never political. It's just as a life strategist and how I see it. And want to know what you think. Make sure to leave a comment. I do read them and I will respond. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, follow me. Let's keep the conversation going. Share this content. I want to talk about stuff that might sound political, but I'm going to make it very clear. I'm going to say it a couple times. This is my view on everything that's being posted out there, right? Like the latest at the Met Gala, right? Come on. I don't watch it. But of course, everywhere, on YouTube, everywhere that I look, and I don't even watch TV. I don't watch the news, but yet, I still get the information, right? And of course, AOC has this dress that says tax the rich. And we know that's her MO, right? For those of you who know her. I mean, she does have a lot of millions of followers, right? Now, I've been asked in the past, like, what is it about her that you don't like? And I'm like, what is it about her I should like? Why? Is it because I'm part Hispanic? Like, because my last name is Perez? Like, seriously? What? I look at the person as a human being. What has she done? Honestly, I want to see facts, actions, not what she says, not what she tweets, not her little, beautiful narcissistic videos that she posts on Instagram. I mean, it's like a bad acting job on top of it. But okay, whatever, man. You like the person. I don't like the person. Why? I just don't see what's so special. I really don't. In fact, I see quite the opposite in this dress. I mean, I'm loving this momentum because it's like, oh my God. First of all, I'm paying you. Our tax dollars is paying people like her to go to these events that are $30,000 or more per ticket. Or I think in some cases, I've read some different articles about whether it was $30,000 or $48,000. But you get me? Are you getting me? With the elite. And it's not just her. In fact, I'll put the links to the articles in the description. And obviously, because to me, I just think she's not very bright. I really don't think so. I don't think it's a genius marketing move. Think about it that way, right? It's a genius propaganda move for an agenda, but it's all fake. It's all fake. It doesn't even matter whether she actually, whether she's a Democrat, whether it doesn't matter who she's defending or if she's more of a socialist type of Democrat or however you want to label it or however you see it. If you peel the onion and you take all the layers down, what do you got? You have a woman, an individual, right, who has an attire like a t-shirt, but in this case, a dress with some, with a message on it, right? Well, tax the rich. Well, I'm pretty sure if she got that ticket as a gift or she paid for it, that woman's got a lot of money for doing nothing. And it's our money. Like, we should be standing up going, okay, enough. You know what? Whoever voted you in, you know what? It's time. We gave you a shot. We thought some new blood would be good. We really believed in your passion, but look what you're doing. That's not, how are you helping us? You're gloating over there with this supposed power that you don't have without us giving it to you. And then, you're not a saint. You didn't do something heroic that, you didn't sacrifice your life or almost sacrifice your life for something, right? Like, can we just get real for a second? Or is it everyone has no life and you're that bored that this is the kind of news you want to talk about, see, propagate? Like, we should be like, maybe, and again, I'm not starting anything, but an idea. Here's an idea. What if we boycott these places, these events where these celebrities who act like they're God or saints, which they're not, they're just as human as you and me. And I wonder if there's plenty of you out there that are actually really good human beings and selfless and giving and loving and kind, that kind of human being. Instead of these people that are celebrating themselves. Talk about narcissistic, and I know that word has also been used and abused lately. Like, everyone's like a narcissist, but it's the fact that how come no one sees this? Like, I've been noticing this since I was a kid. Like, this doesn't make any sense how they're just praising each other in their own delusional world. And these are mostly actors, singers, and this and that also go to here. Like, a lot of these people are true artists. Politicians are true artists. When has a politician not lied? I don't care who you are, what side are you on. They always lie. So why do we play these games, guys? Like, doesn't it occur to you, like, why am I even getting involved? And I love that there's a lot of people, especially other commentators out there. I watch them, I listen to them, and I love their two senses, and I love how, they're calling people out. They're looking at the news, and they're doing their due diligence and fact checking. I'm beyond that, guys. I'm way beyond that. I'm a total different perspective podcast when it comes to what's happening in the mainstream media or what's happening in our world globally, individually. I think the delusion is what I'm getting at, that if you just shut your phone off, can you imagine what your day would be like, what your week would be like if you did it all week, right? If you didn't have these conversations, but you actually maybe do something really small, something that is so powerful, which is to contact your congressmen, your senators, and tell them how you really feel or what you really want and what you're really seeing in your life, what's realistic to you. And if we all pressure them to do their job, like anybody who has a boss that's micromanaging you, I'm just saying. Or we fire them and we replace them, right? I mean, we have to be actively involved. We can't just be talking and talking and talking. We have to do something. Makes sense, right? Now, with that being said, on an individual level, our community. Again, imagine if every community, especially all across the world, but let's just say in the United States, right? One county at a time, and people do show example by actions. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to convince anybody. You don't have to belittle anybody, insult anybody, label anybody, right? Get all tribal. This whole tribal thing going on with the, the social justice and stuff like that. That's all tribal BS. Get a clue. Get educated. For example, who are you? What are you doing? Again, going back to the community. If you spend more time with the community, your family, the people around you, and we all did that, automatically, we're going to call people out for their actions, not what they say. But of course, we're human, right? And we're tribal, and we all want to get along. We all want to fit in. I remember, here's a story, when I was a kid, I remember all these kids were getting their legs broken. Anyway, everybody would break their leg. Or there was always somebody in my class that broke their leg and they had the crutches. And I'm talking like third grade. And I remember thinking, oh, I want to break my leg. Why can't my leg break? I wanted the attention they were getting. Plus, I thought they were cool. Like, wow, they're badass. You know what I mean? They broke their leg, and they're on crutches. I just thought it was bad, like really good in that way, like badass, like super cool. And, they're getting their cast signed and stuff like that. I wanted that. Well, that's normal. I'm a kid who doesn't know any better, but I am, meaning a human who wants to imitate. And sometimes they think things like that is cool. When, if you ask me now, I would never, ever want to break my leg right now. Not even joking. Not even pretending. Okay? I wouldn't even want to pretend to be on crutches right now. See how different it is? That's what happens when you don't have much understanding. You're just being reactive to things. So when you're reactive, you're already telling me. So for all those people out there that are extremely reactive and extremely sensitive, all you're telling me is that there's something missing there, that you're lacking something. I know. It's the truth. It's that obvious. So I want you to pay attention to that. Make sure you really know why you're doing what you're doing, why you're saying what you're saying, and why are you supporting people. Because I guarantee you, many times you might catch yourself supporting things, people, ideals that maybe you truly don't believe in, that maybe truly you don't know nothing about. We all done it. We all do it all the time. But that's the difference, man. Like, again, with this whole dress thing, I love, again, here's a picture of this other woman with that dress saying, equal. I don't even want to give her the dignity of acknowledging exactly what she wrote. But you can look it up. You can look at the Met Gala pictures if you haven't already seen it and you don't know what I'm talking about. What happens? So we have all the staff, all the little people, all the working class with their little mask on, obeying while they're smiling and gloating. How many times do we have to see this, guys? Do you know anything? Come on. I'm sure some of you know Marie Antoinette, right? The people were starving in France. right? That's what basically the whole French Revolution was all about, oppression, starvation, just they had enough. Do we have to get to that point? Apparently we do. But just remember, especially if you're listening to this right now, every single moment and every single day we make a difference. We do. Every single choice, paying attention to those things, not writing to say the broadcast channels and say, you know what? Enough of this. I don't want this. It does nothing for me because here's the other thing. Why do we watch these shows? Why do we care about the Oscars, the Emmys? I mean, think about it. Why do we care? Why do we watch them? How does it improve our lives? I would love for you to make and leave a comment and let me know. How does it improve our lives? I'm open to what you're going to say. If you can convince me, if you can show me any way, I would love that. Thank you for sharing the perspective. That's what I'm talking about. Let's be constructive with all the commentary instead of just like, did you notice this? Did you know that? Did you see what they did? Did you see what they didn't do? Yeah. Okay. I love it. And I'm glad the more people that are calling out the obvious for all those that either A, don't say anything or pretend that they don't see what they're seeing. Because there's no way, no matter how much your cognitive dissonance is, like wherever stage it's in, what's positive about taxing the rich when somebody's being paid by the taxpayers? And therefore, she should get taxed too, right? Whether she spent money on the ticket, clearly we're talking about AOC, or somebody gifted it to her, which I don't even know if it's legal because of her. But I'll also add that information in the description. But you can always go to my YouTube channel. If you're not watching this on YouTube, go to my YouTube channel and check out under the description if you're listening to me through the podcast. Guys, I will also vlog this so you can find me on my website and get the information there too if you haven't already seen it. Okay, just saying, I just want to be helpful. And again, what I love about a picture is that I don't need to go fact checking, even if because the picture could be, right? Could be doctored. It could be, photoshopped, all that stuff. But it seems like everyone can agree that these pictures from the Met Gala, they're all sharing the same pictures. And I don't hear any of the actors, celebrities, or anybody that attended it that are going against it. Right? Like that they're that they're saying that didn't happen, or I wasn't wearing that, or it didn't look that way. Right? You guys keep me posted. But regardless, they don't care. And that is not just reason to be upset. But see, I don't like to get upset for more than like 2 minutes. Like it'll hit me and I'll be like, oh, right? Like, oh, this is giving me a bad taste in my mouth. Sometimes I'll get all worked up. I'm like, are you kidding me? Other times I won't. And I'll be just like, oof. I'm speechless because I'm so appalled by what I'm seeing. Because at the end of the day, if we ignore them, what do they got? I'll tell you what, even if they keep their money and us boycotting by watching their BS, the stupidity of all this charades, guess what? We're not feeding into their narcissism. We're not feeding into their egocentric, delusional selves. I mean, believe me, by us ignoring it, it would have a massive, massive effect. Individually to each person, in a group, as a collective consciousness. Try it. In fact, can you imagine if we told all of our friends, our neighbors, or, our friends, our family, hey, let's all shut off the TV for a week. Or how about, hey, send this letter, just like when you send a petition, you want to get it signed, right? To say, if you're against, killing whales or something like that, right? Like, we make a difference. But I think it comes to the point where no one really wants to put the work. So for everyone who thinks they're a social justice warrior, if you think you're such a great person, you know what? I guarantee you that if I sit you down, I will show you all your flaws, because it's always easier to point the finger, right? But what I mean by flaws is that imagine if you spent every day becoming a better person, a better neighbor, a better sibling, a better friend. Seriously. Instead of getting on these, political campaigns that, what are you doing about it? Why are you just fighting against each other? Like, I'm right, you're right, you're wrong, I'm right. What is that? Honestly, you like to fight. That's all you're telling me. You guys should be sitting down and talking this out. What do you want? Okay, how can we compromise? Nobody wants to compromise? Oh, well, guess what? What happens when two kids play with a toy and they're both fighting over the same toy? What do you do? What do? Do you cut the toy in half? Right? And this is children. Now, if we have adults acting like children, which is exactly what's happening when a situation like this where we're recording and watching these people, like I said, I'm just picking out the Met Gala in specific. So again, this is not about politics. It's not about AOC in particular. I'm just giving an example of we are making them who they are by watching them. And why aren't we sending complaints and saying, I would like something a little better than this or more constructive than this. And again, tax the rich. What rich person or people is she talking about? What exactly is this individual doing when they're saying tax the rich? So you just say it. You just throw something like that out there. Just tax the rich. What are we doing about it? Are they getting taxed? Does anybody know? Have we gotten any chunk of money? Oh, let me guess. All that money that she got from all her followers that get the rich to be taxed, it's all coming to everybody who's in the United States unemployed right now. Right? Right? I mean, because think about it. If they all got taxed, if we do the numbers, shouldn't it like even out? Isn't that the equality part? Just like the other woman with the dress about equality? In the picture where everybody's masked and she's not. Equality. And here's my thing. I want somebody to explain to me. I understand why. I understand cognitive dissonance. 100%. This is why I want to have this conversation with you guys, because what is it? Is it just too much? Do you feel like, I got so much going on. I got to go to work. I'm raising my kids. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. Or what is it? Or you don't know what direction to go at. Maybe you're young, you're in college, or you don't know if you should go to college. You're in your 20s, right? And I get it. When you're lost and you don't know which direction to go, yeah, it's great to take a pause. Better than just being reactive for the sake of reacting or by joining into the tribalism, right? I'm totally with you on that one. But I mean, there's so many people right now that I'm hearing every day through so many clients and my friends and even family members. Everyone's stressing. Everyone's worried. How is that going to help you? The only way I stay smiling every single day is because I have the thoughts that perpetuate it. I don't think about negative things or I would not feel positive, right? It's simple. So give yourself the easy challenge of today, at least for a week. Actually, 2 weeks. Give yourself the challenge. Can you do it for 2 weeks? Can you do it for 2 weeks? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Make it a promise with yourself. Just like if you're going to go on a diet or, hey, you're doing a New Year's resolution. You're not going to have chocolate for 30 days or something like that. I mean, we can do it. We've all done something similar where we gave up or we made a sacrifice or we made a change, right? Or, hello, when you take the time and save the money, for example, to go on vacation for a week or two, right? And you dedicate that time and you plan and you do it. You can do this. Every day you tell yourself, what's not positive in my day that I do every day, and either delete it or replace it with a positive one. Whether it's watching the news every day, not watching the news, especially if it's negative news. I mean, if it's all good news, if you're watching a channel that all they talk about is the wonderful things that humans are doing for each other, send me that link, because I actually do know there's a few networks out there, but we'll get into that later on. I'll do a whole episode about the channels that I do recommend to get information or to be inspired. I mean, you are what you eat, right? You are what you think. You are what you watch. Remember that. And they are nothing if we're not watching. Until next time, much love, many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for watching the Olga S. Pérez Show. If you like this video, please subscribe so I can get more videos coming your way.